Let's give all praises to the Most High, whose true name in the ancient Hebrew is Yahweh, in the name of his only begotten Son, whose true name in the ancient Hebrew is Yahweh Shai, and the Holy Spirit, which in the ancient Hebrew is the Rakak Kwadash. Double honors to the elders of GMS, who taught us his truth by the Holy Spirit. Honors to the brothers risking their life and freedom to push the gospel. Peace and blessings to the elect, who would be the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, who make up the lost 12 tribes of Israel, according to scripture and prophecy. The elect will be 1/3 of the Israelites, who in the last days will return back to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah to receive salvation, while the 2/3 of Israel who don't turn back to the Most High in time be destroyed with America. We back with another lesson through the mercy of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Think this lesson is going to be titled, "This is the beginning of Isaiah 4:1." This is the beginning of Isaiah 4:1. And Isaiah 4:1 speaks about how 7 women going to take hold of one man. So in other words, that men are going to have multiple women in the last days. And, women before now was so quick to say what they will and won't do, that they had never share a man, etc. Well, the Lord, through Esau, even the white man, gonna put the squeeze on the people, especially the women. The times are gonna be so bad, so horrific. Women are gonna be so troubled and terrified. They're gonna be seeking a man to the point they're not gonna care about sharing them. They're not gonna care about being the only woman. And we see that beginning to happen. So we're gonna pick up where we left off the other night, concerning Isaiah 32:9, which we're going to get this real quick. Rise up, you women that are at ease. We went into that. How were they at ease? Receiving all these government benefits, assistance, receiving all these handouts without having to put in any work. Rise up, you women that are at ease. Hear my voice, you careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall you be troubled. And women have been in trouble for a while, but them troubles really about to intensify. Be troubled, you careless women. Now let's see what would be the reason for the troubles for the women. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. And we in them days that the gathering, which would be these benefits, are not going to come. Now let's look up this word gathering in the Hebrew. And let's see what it say. It's going to say a lot of stuff, but we're going to go straight to the point. The gathering, H625. Because what do you do at the beginning of every month? You gather. You receive, Social Security, SSI, food stamps, welfare, child support, and then you go shop, whatever. Now, when we come to the Strong's definition for this word gathering, it says a collection, a gathering in parentheses of fruits. Now, fruit don't mean just literal fruit. Fruit represents an increase. It could be a profit. It could represent you obtaining something. Now, let's show that. And then even when you come, you see fruits here. But even when you come here, it says gathering, collection, harvest. This is not a literal harvest of fruits and vegetables, but it's a metaphor for these benefits that women collect every month. Whether they scamming the system, scamming these men. Now, look at the definition for this word harvest. And when we come down here, let me see. Is that what I'm looking for? I don't think so. Bear with me 1 second. That's not it. is it? So when you look at this word harvest, it speaks about gathering crops, which this is a metaphor. But for this word harvest, which harvest goes into this word to gather, which the gathering shall not come, the benefits are not coming. That's why they're talking about the food stamps being cut, Section 8 being cut, Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security, all of it. So again, the gathering shall not come, the gathering, the benefits, the harvest. Look at this definition for harvest. It says, what you see harvest up here at the top left, it says to collect or obtain a resource for future use. So the gathering shall not come. So the food stamps, the child support, the SSI, the disability, the money you receive from the government, WIC, those are all a resource likened unto money. And those different resources from Esau the white man in this system, or whoever you get money and assistance and benefits from for a future use, is not going to come. And that would be the main reason that these women would be troubled. And you see women crashing out, screaming, crying, talk about what they're going to do, this and that. Now, let's get this video real quick. You're going to have a woman herself actually talk about it. So you're going to hear it from the words of another woman.
Again. Now they're crashing out because they're like crashing out, crying on the internet. Because now Black women are crashing out on the internet again. Now they're crashing out because they're like crashing out, crying on the internet. Because now they're saying that the United States government is not set up to support single moms.
See? Because for the longest of time, the United States government supported single moms. And that was dependent on what? You being a single mom. You not having a man, women not having a man, a husband, a father in the house. And that there was no man around, they could receive government assistance, benefits, pretty much be taken care of, for free. But that's why I say, rise up, you women that are at ease. Prior to the benefits being cut, you American women were at ease. But now you're going to be troubled because the gathering, meaning these benefits, the harvest, obtaining resources for future use, they're not coming. So again, you're taken care of by the government, that's you being at ease. Now you being troubled, that's the government not taking care of you no more.
So they are saying, Black women are saying, is not set up to support single moms. So they are saying, Black women are saying, and maybe some other women, and not all Black women, are saying that, crying, saying that the United States government is not set up to help single moms. It's not set up that way.
They've been helping single moms this whole time. That's you being at ease. But now the government is changing. And this is really all judgment coming down from the Lord to be dished out through Esau the white man.
So let's roll it back to like the 60s. Remember when the United States government was actually rewarding certain demographics of people to keep men out of their house? Remember? You know what I'm talking about. Y'all were getting food stamps, Medicaid, housing vouchers, and the only stipulation for eligibility was you couldn't be married and there couldn't be a Black man or a man living in your house. You had to be single. And you guys were down for it.
See that? The government rewarded you to keep the man out the house. Because that's what it really was. Yeah, it's on your end, it's benefits, it's assistance. On the white man's end, that was him rewarding you on keeping your man out the house, keeping the Israelite man, out of the family, making the Israelite man an outcast, to set the woman up above the man, to completely destroy the family structure and any order amongst our people. And they did it.
And I know this for a fact because my mom had a friend who was on welfare. The more children you had, the bigger your welfare check. You guys were good with that. You were just pumping out babies and on the government's tip. But
see that? You women figured out how to scam the system. The more children you get, the more benefits you get. You found out how to lie on the paperwork, etc.
Now now because Trump is putting a kibosh on the eligibility requirements. You guys are crying, saying that the United States is not built to support single moms. When was being a single mom a thing?
That's a good question. When did being a single mom become a thing? When you started receiving these benefits from being a single mom.
And now that the government's not coming to rescue you, now it's a problem. You shouldn't be a single mom anyway. Now, there are a lot of women, hear me before you go in the comments, that are single moms for several different reasons. My mother was a single mom. People get divorced. Shit happens all the time. People need assistance, government assistance, every once in a while. Maybe, maybe not. But the goal is, can you help me? And then you work to not have to be reliant. Black women, specifically the ones crying, not all, you guys just thought that the free train was just going to keep on riding down the track.
That free train, rise up, you women that are at ease. That's the free train. These free handouts, these free benefits. Many days and years shall you be troubled. So the troubles have already started, but they really about to begin. No more free train, no more free handouts. That gathering shall not come. Your resources and benefits, they not coming.
All at the same time, calling, can you help me? And then you work to not have to be reliant. Black women, specifically the ones crying, not all, you guys just thought that the free train was just going to keep on riding down the track. All at the same time, calling Black men specifically toxic masculinity. All you guys, the women, aggressive, acting like men.
That was pretty much it. And that was a great evil so-called black woman did, teaming up with Esau the white man, who was a serpent, to um, to try to silence and take away the power and authority from the Israelite man. Yeah, a lot of our men are deadbeats, but we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about you women who teamed up with the serpent, but pretty much heard it from the words of a woman, you know. So we're not just making this up or bashing women, but the gathering is not coming. That's why verse 11 say, "Tremble ye women that are at ease." You was getting no benefits, now you're trembling. Trembling is a reaction to something. So that's why women crashing out, talking about they gonna sell it, they gonna steal, they gonna do that, do this, do that. Now they trembling. Be troubled, you careless ones. Strip you, make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. To strip you and make you bare, that's metaphorical. The Lord's not going to literally strip women of their clothing. No, to strip you, meaning He's going to strip you of these benefits. He's going to strip you of your pride. Your idea of you being a boss lady, a boss queen, a boss bee, a bad bee, Miss Independent, unstoppable. You don't need a man. You can do it by yourself. The Lord going to strip you of all that, meaning to remove it from you. And that's going to be by removing these benefits, which pretty much allows you to live the life of a queen without having to put in any work. You didn't have to build nothing, but you got to live the life of a queen. You know, off the government, strip you and make you bare. These women being stripped, they being made bare. And at the end of the day, you're going to find out you're not equal to a man. You're not stronger than a man. You're no competition to the man. You're not a boss bee. You're not a queen. You're not a baddie. You're just a woman. And gird sackcloth upon your loins, this represents mourning. And that's what we about to see take place. And strip you, make you bare, the Lord gonna realize you're just a woman. You're just a weaker vessel. That you really had nothing going for yourself to begin with. The only thing you really had going for yourself is what the Lord blessed you with, and that's your female parts. So what? Women gonna rely on what the Lord gave them female parts. This is part of this, and this is the beginning of Isaiah 4:1. You know, on both sides of on the both sides, the left hand and the right hand. Now we got a handful of videos. We're gonna get into them now. So we're gonna start here. Matter of fact, hold on. We're gonna start here. what she said. There's gonna be some cat selling and cat popping, and that's just based off of food stamps. Wait till them Section 8 vouchers get cut. Wait till women getting evicted. How much more are they gonna be selling it then? How much desperate are they gonna be then? Or how much more desperate they're gonna be then? So if you think you're about to sell it now for a few groceries, how much you gonna be selling it for a place to stay, a place to live, for just you? Now bring in your children. Now you gotta sell your female parts not only for you, you gotta do it for your children. Now you gotta sell your parts for a place for your children to stay. So you about to be doing a lot of selling, and a lot of women about to be doing it, and everybody gonna be doing it, so the price is gonna be low. And women think they're gonna be selling it, but you women gonna find out when our hell break loose, there's no law enforcement, there's no law and justice system anymore. Men just gonna be taking it. But let's continue with this video.
Man, bro, at this point, somebody teach me how to sell it. Teach me how to sell it. Where the buyers at? Somebody, if you a buyer of it and you know what I'm talking about, come get it. It's for sale. I don't got time no more. I'm broke. Yeah. Everybody else out here doing whatever, and I'm sitting here broke, honey. If you sell it, let me know how you sell it so that I can sell it. And if you buy it, hit me up so I can sell it to you. And I'm not playing. You can come through the front door, the back door, the basement, the chimney, wherever you need to come through it, come on.
See that? She said she broke. And see, you just broke. You're not homeless yet. You're not at the point of starvation yet. So watch how women really be selling it, etc., when they get to that breaking point. You're not at the breaking point yet. You're just nervous. But wait till you get there. When you and your children ain't ate 3-4 days. You really sleeping on the streets when there's race wars and silver wars and class wars going on out there. Women gonna be desperate. But let's continue to the next video. Let me see.
One more motherfucking price rate.
Hold on. 2011.
Exactly. Let's see, I think there's a little more.
But yeah, this is the beginning of Isaiah 4 and 1.
When I start selling, I don't want to hear it. When I start selling puppy, I don't want to hear nobody.
This part was hard for me to listen to because these situations is crazy.
Mind your business, because these recruiters have one more time to play with me. I get in an argument with my mom every other day. She comes in my face like my.
Yeah, she said she gonna start selling it and people need to mind their business. But see, it ain't gonna just be her, it's gonna be a lot of them. Because she say the recruiters playing with her, and what it is, these companies and corporations, they put a job, what's the word? They put job listings out there for the people to apply, but they're fake. They just making it seem like that they still thriving, that they still booming. They just want people to apply, but they're not even hiring. But like she say, and look how many women has been fired, so-called black women. Over 300,000 been fired or laid off with all of the job cuts this year. now factor in no Section 8, no food stamps, factor in whatever else. It's gonna be a lot of women selling, but really the man is gonna be taking it. Because it ain't gonna be nothing that women can do, and it's gonna be nothing nobody else can do. It's gonna be a free for all. Everybody out for themselves. But this is the beginning of Isaiah 4 and 1. Because for you women that's selling it, you're not gonna be the only one. So in a sense, you're gonna be sharing the man anyway. The man might be buying from you. He might get something from her. Might get something from another chick. So you sharing the man anyway. In Isaiah 4:1, there's two sides to it. But we'll get to that in a minute. Let's get to the next part of the video. Let me see. Check this out.
At this fucking point, if the cost of living keeps fucking going up, I got something for sale. And just know I'm not talking about shit in this apartment. If they give me one more motherfucking price range, whether it's food, gas, fucking bills, I'm sick of it all. I'm going to be selling it, and I'm not motherfucking playing. Just know that.
Okay, well, do.
See that? She said if it's gas, bills, food, price go up any more, she's selling it. This is the beginning of Isaiah 4:1. Now, let's jump there real quick. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man. What day? What we've been reading about in Isaiah 32, 9 through 11. The women that are at ease, be troubled for many years and days. The gathering, many of these benefits are not going to come. Tremble, be troubled, strip you, make you bare. Gird sackcloth upon your loins. In these days, and in that day, we were just talking about 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying we will eat our own bread, we're our own apparel. Only let us be called by that name to take away our reproach. Now, this is dealing with the Israelite woman of the elect. Israelite women of the elect, multiple women are going to take a man of the Lord. Multiple Israelite women of the elect are going to take one man of the Lord. And that's the way the Lord wants it to be. That's the way it was from the beginning. Now, there's a flip side to this. And see, women, you complain about sharing a man. And so what do you women want? You 2/3 women. Do you want the man to share you? Because a woman to say, well, if a man can have multiple women, a woman should be able to have multiple men. The Lord gonna hold you to that. The Lord gonna give you what you want. He gonna give you multiple men, all right. So dealing with Isaiah 4:1, multiple women of the elect gonna take hold to one righteous man. And 7 just means completion. So a man of the Lord may have 5, 20, 50 women, whatever. And it ain't just about freaky stuff. It's about these women being protected until the Lord comes. But just like these women of the elect, multiple women gonna take hold of one righteous man. Well, on the flip side of this, women gonna take hold of multiple men. That's why they talking about selling it. They don't care who they sell it to. They said if you buying, they selling. If you want it, come get it. So the righteous women of the elect, these women gonna take hold of one man. But on the flip side, the 2/3 women gonna take hold of multiple men. One may be for protection. One may just be dishing out a lot of money. One may be for food. One may be for fun. But really, not only are the 2/3 women, not only are they going to take hold of multiple men going to take hold of them. So you want it to be like the man and say, if a man can have multiple women, women should be able to have multiple men. The Lord going to give you that. So dealing with the elect, the righteous that's going to be saved, multiple women going to take hold of one man. But for those who's going to be destroyed, multiple men going to take hold of one woman. There's going to be a lot of that, and the scripture spoke on it. Matter of fact, let me see if I can jump there off memory. Yeah, behold, the day of the Lord cometh, and thy spoil shall be divided in the midst of thee. That's our people being robbed and looted. And spoil also goes into women. For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle. The city shall be taken, and the houses rifled, and the women ravished. See that? Women are going to be ravished because you couldn't get in line and get in order with Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. You sharing a man was such a problem, was such an issue with you. Well, the Lord gonna have multiple men, many men share you. Half of the city shall go forth into captivity, residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city. But see that houses are gonna be rifled, women are gonna be ravished. So yeah, Isaiah 4:1, it don't apply to the 2/3 of our women that's gonna be destroyed. You don't have to worry about sharing a man because you're not gonna live to make it. You're going to wish that you could share a man of the Lord, for that protection. But instead, many men are going to share you. So choose your pick. Do you really want many men? The Lord going to give you that. So there's going to be a time of great humbling for the women. And the 2/3 women, they're going to want to get in line. They're going to see the righteous women of the elect being provided for, taken care of, protected. They're going to see the Lord is with them, but it's going to be too late. The Lord spoke about that, and let me go there real quick. I think this is Micah 7:10. And she that is my enemy shall see it. Who is the enemy to the Israelite man? The Israelite woman. The woman spoke about how the government rewarded our women for keeping the man out the house. The father, the father, the husband, to keep him out the house, and then the woman got rewarded. And she's still an enemy today. She that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her. This will be you 2/3 women. Which said unto me, where is Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shaddai God? So they're going to be mocking. My eyes shall behold her. So we're going to see her judgment. Now she shall be trodden down as the mire of the streets. Yeah, you're going to be trodden down and ravished in the streets. That's what that is going into. But what it say? She that is my enemy, the 2/3 women shall see it. So you're going to see the man receive his glory from the Lord. You're going to see the man that you despise, especially the man of the Lord, get spiritual powers. You're going to see the Lord and the angels perform miracles for these men. And you're going to see the women and children who get that hedge of protection by coming up under the man of the Lord. You're going to see them women and children protected. You're going to see all that before you be trodden down. The Lord that's why you got the saying in the world, this could have been us. And it's a happy picture. That's what the Lord gonna do to you. This could have been you. You could have been cared for and protected. But no, you chose the other way. So this is gonna be your reality. Now, you had these women speak about the price of food, bills, gas, rent, no jobs, for the reason they're gonna start selling it. Well, there's a trend that's been going on that women are offering sex for a place to stay, so that they don't sleep on the streets, so they don't be, really homeless or wherever else. I couldn't find a video. It's been a while since I've seen it, but women are offering sex for a place to stay. So Isaiah 4:1 is already happening. There's going to be a lot of that going on. Now I got a little video sort of going into this. This is not exactly what I want, but check this out.
I saw that offered free rent. We're undercover, meeting with a man who's posted an ad online. He's offering a warm bed in Hamilton, Ontario for a petite female. When you say
You're the same band, right?
What you're about to hear next gets explicit.
You fool around a little bit here and there, right? Sort of. If you're not into actually having sex, that's cool. We can do other things, right? I don't mind helping you out if you're kind of helping me out too, right? You know what I mean?
We found over a dozen listings on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist seeking a sex for rent arrangement. Many target young women in college and university, international students as well. Would you call this a predatory practice?
Absolutely, it's a predatory practice.
Janine Benedette says soliciting sexual favors in exchange for free or discounted rent is not just unethical.
It's illegal. Anytime somebody obtains or tries to obtain a sexual service in exchange for something of value, they're violating the criminal code.
She says police forces need to do more.
We know
police. It says if Canadians report these sex for rent ads.
Anyway, so there's listings out there that men are offering free rent or cheap rent in exchange for sex. But this is the thing. Is a man really in the wrong? There's obviously a market for it. And these, I'm assuming, cottage age females, females of legal age, of consent. But if it's a market for it, then it's a market for it. And this is the thing, men may put out these listings seeking young women, but what? Young women, they seeking cheap or free rent. In the days coming, men not gonna have to be out there looking for women. The women gonna be seeking the man. Now, the women of the elect, they gonna seek the man of the Lord, but you 2/3 women, they could be seeking any man they can get. They could be seeking multiple men. So, people may put these listings out there, but very soon, it's going to be a big market for this. Sex for a place to stay. Let me use a different word because YouTube been tripping. Action for a place to stay. Action for food. Action for protection. There's going to be a lot of action going on. Women giving out their parts, to get what they need. So Isaiah 4:1 gonna happen on both sides. But it's really only one side of Isaiah 4:1 that you want to be on. It's one or the other. And the reason for Isaiah 4:1 and even these listings, action for rent, is for what? Protection. And this is Isaiah 32:2. And a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a gray rock in a weary land. So the Lord's giving you a bunch of metaphors. Pretty much the man is going to be like a strong tower in a tempest. Man of the Lord is going to be like a river of water in the middle of a desert. Man is going to be like a shadow in the middle of the blazing heat. But see that? That's why it says a man shall be as a hiding place for the woman. Yet a man going to be a hiding place or a protection or a shelter for the woman. Now, we're going to look at one of these words in Hebrew. So hiding place. Let's get that real quick. We're going to look at it in Hebrew. As in hiding place, this is H4224. Now let's see what this say. So for a hiding place. It says a refuge. So a man is going to be a refuge for the woman, the men of the Lord. Let's look up this word refuge. Refuge, shelter, protection, safety, security, asylum. See, shelter. Then I closed the tab already, but it was what? Sex for rent. In other words, sex for shelter. There's going to be a lot of that going on. on the outside. But yeah, man is going to be a place of protection, safety, shelter, sanctuary, preservation, keeping safe, safe haven, a safe house. Those are some of the words. Now let's get the definition. A condition of being safe or sheltered from pursuit, danger, or trouble. What's that trouble? That's Jacob's trouble. Something providing shelter. An institution, that's the ministry. This is that institution or company providing safe accommodations for women who have suffered violence. See that? Women about to suffer violence. That's why Isaiah 32:11 says, "Tremble ye women, be troubled." Tremble and be troubled. That's you suffering violence. But the ministry is an institution providing safe accommodations. Well, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, he said his servants going to eat. So, women of the elect, you're going to be able to eat without selling your body. You're going to be able to drink without selling your body. You're going to have shelter, a safe place to stay without selling your body. Not only you, but your children as well, if they of the elect. Well, see, you 2/3 women, you're gonna get your fair share of men that you so wanted. The men gonna share you, and then you and your kids still gonna die. No other way to put it. So yeah, men shall be as a hiding place, a refuge, a place of protection for women who's suffering from trouble, danger, violence. But that's why 7 women shall take hold of 1 man. It's gonna be about protection, and protection don't just mean physically, but you're gonna be protected or provided for in a famine. On many other things, even just a peace of mind, a sense of security. To see your children make it, you're gonna have to depend on the man for that. And that's why when we get this, Isaiah 32:12, I will make a man more precious than fine gold. This will be a man of the Lord. Even a man than the golden wage of Ophir. But see, women, they starting to realize the value of a man. Just in general. That's why they talking about selling it. Everybody broke, losing jobs, everything expensive, but you just know a man got some money to buy it. That's the woman realizing the value of the man. End of the day, she's just a woman, a weaker vessel. And she realizing, men do have value. Whether you value them for the wrong reasons or not. The Lord's going to make you respect the value of the man. That's on both sides. But what everybody going to seek is the man of the Lord. Because everything is going to go right for him. And something being like fine gold, that's something being rare or scarce. So men of the Lord not going to be everywhere. Not any and everybody going to be able to just get a man of the Lord. But yeah, that's why the man's going to be more precious than fine gold. Gold also means something of high value. Women speak about they want a high value man. 6 foot, 6-pack, 6 figures, 6 cars. Them men, the Lord going to show that they low value. The true high value man will be the elect men of the Lord. Because it's them men that's going to escape the destruction and be joint heirs to the kingdom. And the first to inherit everlasting life and immortality. So yeah, that's pretty much the lesson. Isaiah 4:1 is beginning to happen. That's why women are entertaining the idea of selling their body. Because when you do that, you're going to be sharing men anyway. One way or another, for one reason or another, women are going to turn back to seeking men. for some kind of protection, some kind of provision. But if you're not a woman of the elect, you can find, you know, if you're not a woman of the elect, you're gonna die anyway. So, Lord willing, that was informative, edifying. Until next time, Shalom.